Hey guys, Omni here. We are back for episode 3 of Superman and Lois. Last episode, we got even more juicy bits of this Captain Luthor's backstory, even a glimpse of his world that was, I guess, destroyed. I would assume that, considering the events of Crisis on Infinite Earths, that world just doesn't exist. Maybe he blames Superman for its destruction. Maybe Superman even destroyed it before the world ended and got erased by the Anti-Monitor. Who's to say? I'm really excited to see how this unfurls. I'm curious to see how the seeds of doubt that he's trying to plant in General Lane, how those grow, if they grow. Will they blossom? Will they turn him against Clark? I'm curious to see where that goes. We talked about it a little bit here with them kind of going into how Jordan's powers seem to just be a fluke. But, of course, they were testing him alone. Blind Wave, and I'll give credit to them. They're the only people I heard mention this. It's like, what if this inversion, because they're twins, because, we've never had Superman with 2 kids, so we don't really know how it's going to work. So what if, because they're twins in this world, their powers only work around each other? Because the only time we saw him activate was when he was protecting Jonathan, and when Jonathan, again, was with him and being assaulted by those other teenagers. So, don't know. Now, that's just a theory. I don't know how much credit I put into it, but it does sound interesting. It would also explain why his ability to metabolize solar radiation seems to be very weakened anytime they try to test him, because it seems like they've only tested these kids separately. So I'm curious to see where that lands. It also makes it really hard for them to pit the brothers against each other, because that's what a lot of people are kind of expecting, is this jealousy and rivalry to kind of develop and foster between these two, which I hope they don't go that route, but they are definitely potentially setting up what very well could be Jordan being like a Superman, Superboy Prime-esque kind of character. I'd like for them to stay away from that. But let's see where they go with this. And yeah, remember guys, full unedited reactions are available over on Patreon, or if you become a member here on the channel. I'm covering all the DC Arrowverse shows, as well as the stuff that used to be on DC Universe, but is going to be heading to HBO Max, covering everything MCU-wise and Star Wars that's dropping over on Disney Plus, as well as The Walking Dead, since it's going into its final seasons here soon. So all that's available on Patreon, full unedited reactions. But let's go ahead and dive into episode 3. Here we go.
I still like the Huntsman's tribute.
Dad, I'm pretty sure that's just slang for poop.
Hey.
Jonathan, don't be gross. Also, he's not wrong.
Oh, that's funny. I love Clark, man. He's such a goober.
If you make up your mind.
What about this color? You like this color?
Oh, smack!
Yeah.
Oh, that's even worse. This is cute. No super tricks. This is cheesy, and I love it. Oh, shit. I mean, come on. Oh my God. One thing I'll say about the special effects, yeah, like it gets a little fakey here and there, but I like the way they stylize it, because it looks almost like a blend between animation and the comic book page. Like, while it's not hyper real, there's a very stylized element to it.
Be for real though. What's the most embarrassing thing you've ever heard?
Nope. Not appropriate.
Be honest, was there nudity involved?
Oh, these are the types of questions that you expect. This is so fucking good. I love it.
Every power comes with its own burden.
And responsibilities.
You mean rules? Yeah, don't use my powers, don't draw attention to myself. Oh, don't feed him after midnight.
It's important that we don't draw unnecessary attention to our
After school, could we possibly hang out?
No.
I'm gonna be late, so I'll talk to you later.
At least it didn't get into any, you know, the boyfriend getting up on them or anything like that. Like I kind of would have expected. Gonna have to buy a new tractor. Oh, nope, too late. Here we go.
Why is it every time I see you, you're flirting with my girlfriend? Get away from me! What are you doing? Come on, thank you. Jordan, come on, thank you.
Oh, no.
Hey, guys. Wow, you're spying on us. What?
Well, fuck. I mean, I get it. I do.
How long have you been doing this? Since we moved here, our whole lives?
It's not like I'm listening all the time.
That is the wrong answer. I thought you said it was okay for me to go to school.
It is.
Yeah.
Jordan, having a new power is a lot.
This is gonna rub some people who watch this the wrong way, but I get it, man. It's understandable. It's real.
Do you remember the first time I caught you listening in on me?
Pretty sure I spent about a week's salary on flowers just to get you to talk to me again. Any suggestions on how to make things right with the boys?
Make them the same promise you made me.
I don't know, man. Jordan was like seconds away from putting a burning, smoldering hole in that guy's head.
Does this have anything to do with Morgan Edge?
Yeah, you're damn right it does. I'm hoping you can help me nail that bastard's ass to the wall.
All right, let's see what you got.
Ken, is that your brother?
Come on, let's go, people!
Oh, what the fuck?
Hey, Pee-wee! Practice is on Saturday! Hey, dude, what are you doing? Trying out for the team. That is a terrible idea on so many levels. I can't even... When did you become such a pessimist?
Well, shit. I didn't see this coming.
These guys think they can push us around? Well, guess what? Push them back.
Let's go, drive that through, drive!
Oh no, they're together. I don't know. That's me baiting into that theory. So hold on. I'll leave it at that.
Simon!
We don't know that's
Go
the
on, take
case.
some rest.
This is my lane now, bro.
So is he actually channeling it? Or is he just surprisingly good? Oh gosh, it looks so funny on him too.
You got the big cheese running off for little brother and you didn't say nothing to me? Someone's running today, smartass. You give me 5 for keeping that from me.
Oh, are you kidding?
Pick up the pace or I'll put 5 on it.
Well, fuck. What the shit was that? He didn't know.
Sarah, your mom's coming in at like an EF4 right now.
Do you want to explain to me what happened back there?
Isn't it obvious? I quit the team.
You don't need to give me attitude. Look, I'm just trying to keep you safe.
Because you think I'm gonna kill myself?
See, this is not the appropriate place to be having this conversation. You're not telling me everything that happened.
That's hilarious. Coming from the most full of crap lady in all of Smallville. Dad sleeps on the couch every night. Sophie bullies all of the kids in her class, and you can't go to bed without taking a pill.
I said that's enough.
Lana?
Not now, Clark.
He's like, what the fuck?
Everything okay with Lana? Anything exciting happen in school today?
Actually, football practice was pretty interesting.
Oh.
Yeah, Jonathan got a couple good reps in.
Let's celebrate with some chili cheese fries.
That sounds so good right now.
We don't have the resources to run an investigation for weeks on end.
But you hired me to write this kind of story.
What?
You don't happen to drive a station wagon that's on fire right now.
Why'd you lie to Dad? Why are you whispering? I'm not whispering.
He can hear you no matter what.
Following his example? Okay, well, now that you've made your stupid point, you're done playing football, right? No, the team needs me. And besides, Coach Gaines may even send me a Valentine. Jordan, football is my thing, not yours. You don't own football, you egomaniac. The only reason I'm playing is because your little football buddies need to back off. You're welcome. What if someone gets hurt? Getting a little tired of everyone treating me like I'm some sort of ticking time.
God damn it, man. And I was just like campaigning against this at the beginning. And also, I get it.
At least the boys are finally settling in. I hear Jordan's quite the football star.
I think you mean Jonathan.
No.
It's time to get locked and loaded.
Oh,
I don't want shorts, fat coach.
All right.
come on, Superboy Prime. Yeah, that's some super strength.
Shouldn't have kissed Sarah. It wasn't cool. Apologize.
Yeah, thanks.
Team the place together, stay together.
Okay.
All right, who's next up?
Okay, shit. Busted.
You going somewhere?
I was a mouthy little brat at times too.
I'm gonna need to borrow your truck.
Don't get that like blown up.
You gonna bring it back?
50-50.
At least she's honest. Killer instinct. God, better mute this, otherwise somebody might fucking claim the music in the background. Now they respect him over Jonathan.
I should have said something.
That's gonna hurt.
Trust me, this feels really weird to say, but maybe Jordan needs football.
I appreciate you sticking up
No,
for your brother.
look,
but-
it's not even like that. You should have seen him out there. He's making friends. He's been happy for the first time.
Okay,
and
they're going the other way. Jonathan is such a good fucking brother, man. God.
It could raise suspicion.
yeah, but he doesn't have super strength like you. That's what Jor-El DeBarge said, right?
Just because his strength isn't like mine doesn't mean it's not elevated.
Okay, so maybe that puts him on the level of the other kids. Okay, maybe he's a little stronger, but maybe that does even the playing field for a kid his size.
You don't know that.
Neither do you. What's the point of having something special if you're not actually allowed to be special?
Man, this kid's so good too. These kids are solid fucking actors, dude. I feel like we might go this entire episode without touching up on Captain Luther. At least we're staying focused on the threads that's been set up. Even if nothing crazy happens this episode, I'm fine with that. No. Scream! 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 Oh! You dumb. Oh, you don't know nothing. I mean, if you even were somewhat aware of the world, you should know fucking with Lois gets Superman on... What? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh no. Who is this guy? That was a straight Mortal Kombat move. Oh. God damn.
He's gone. Are you okay?
She's barely breathing. You need to take her to the hospital. I'll be fine.
Well, at least she's alive. Luckily. Who the fuck was that? And why could everybody like hold their own against Tyler, man? Why?
This creepy lurking one of your superpowers now?
I need you to be very honest with me. Is playing football something that you really want?
Does this mean I can play?
It does.
Really? Yes, but
There's one last thing we have to talk about.
You want to be an assistant coach?
Look, I promise I won't get in the way. I'll do whatever job you need.
Not to mention he'll work for free.
You should have started with that, Ken. Welcome to the team. Bring that cooler. Meet me on the sidelines.
Now, how's it going to look whenever he has to abandon this for an emergency?
Your dad seems like he's always struggling.
yeah, that's a new assistant coach.
He's so good at looking weak.
Hey, coach gave me a jacket and I bought a hat.
Oh my god, he's such a fucking dork.
Getting along, huh?
All right. Just pretend like you need my help with this, all right?
Yeah, really. Ow, come on. Too much? A little too big?
No, too much.
Who are you, and why is a person with powers working for Morgan Edge?
Exactly what I'm thinking. Whoa, what?
It's done. I'll call a team.
Kryptonian? What are you? Who are you? Who's that? Who are you? I have questions, Morgan Edge. What are you doing? So, how'd you get mixed up into whatever this is? I don't know what's going on, man. They've got me interested in Morgan Edge. Whereas before, I wasn't all that interested. I'm not gonna lie. What the fuck? Who was that? They got heat vision. Doesn't necessarily make them a Kryptonian. Heat vision is a thing that some other people have. But I don't know, man. Let the team know. Team. What team? What team should she be working with? Man, I don't know. Going on. But yeah, good questions brought up in this. You know, not a lot. We had like one action set piece in this episode, which is fine. We're not going to. I like what they were doing. I said that this would be the test of the writing to see how things would go. You know, when they're drawing out this Captain Luthor storyline, the primary storylines with this one more centered around Morgan Edge and where that whole thing is going. And I think they balanced it really well, especially focusing a lot on the family aspect of it. And I really enjoyed a lot of the elements that we had in this. Of course, we had a little bit of some tension between the brothers there for a little bit, especially when Jordan was like finally pushing back against the bullies. And then coming to the football team, kind of encroaching on Jonathan's territory. Not only does he have powers, he wants to come in and do the one thing that Jordan's good at and also excel at that with the aid of his powers. I get it. I understand why there was that like butting of heads between the two of them. That's when there's like one thing that makes you special and then, you know, it feels like there's a balance and then everything kind of goes to the other brother. Of course, it started to irk Jonathan, but of course, just like the good sweet boy that he is, he came down off of that real quick. They have their rush of emotions. They're 14. They're going to. This is natural. I feel like all of their interactions are pretty freaking spot on from personal experience that I've both seen and been a part of. Like this is just teenagers, man. Even going far as the Sarah storyline with their family, not that I've ever gone that far. I know people that have, and I've been on the edge of that. I won't even pretend that that's not the case. I get it. I do. Everything in this like feels so legitimately real. And as well as Clark's struggle to try to figure this all out. I really like it. I mean, I know a lot of people are going to harp on the not superhero parts of this, but unlike the other CW shows, I actually think they are handling this superbly well. And this is coming from someone who does love the CW shows. But I think this like handled it again much better. Now, I commented earlier, assuming it stays in the edit, that the CGI, of course, in this episode specifically, and you can kind of see it in some of the other bits where it kind of they do like this stylization to it when it's not looking as crisp, as photoreal. And I think that blending as well as a good handling of motion blur makes it look interesting. Like even when you can tell it's fakey, really fakey, they give it this hyper saturation, this motion blur effect, this element that almost makes it pop and feel like you're kind of in a comic book in a way. And I like that about it. Like it makes it's an interesting way to hide the budget. And this does still have like a better overall production value than what we've seen like consistently on the other shows. Given I think I've seen some better CGI here and there on Flash, but they use it sparingly, and that's usually saved for like a Gorilla Grodd or a King Shark episode, because that's probably some of the best that I've seen in the shows overall, even including this. But what this does really well is it makes it to where their techniques, this studio that is doing the special effects on the show, they've got their techniques down. They've got the ability to you could definitely tell when the budget is lacking, but they do such a good job at hiding it and making it look stylized and fit into the world that it just meshes and blends into me. And they do such a good job with all the high-speed action in this. They're making these Superman fights interesting. They're making them feel impactful, powerful, seeing him patrol the whole world. And then, like, when he goes to China and catches that bridge, helps those people there. And then this random superpower guy who I don't know if we're even going to get a name for the guy, because whoever this was just vaporized him or seemingly killed him. But Superman seemed to have a struggle with him, which seems to be par for the course, honestly, for Tyler Hoechlin's Superman, man. Let's be honest. He doesn't have an easy fight, ever. So this guy still held up his... I'd like to get an explanation on him, but we'll see where that goes, if we will. But I liked the fight regardless. I think the way they interacted with it, and some people, even in the comments, was like, I'd like Clark to think more strategic than just going in and punching. And honestly, this almost feels like a kind of reply to that. And honestly, it can't be, because it was made months and months and months ago. But that, he was realizing, I actually can't overpower this guy, or at least can't beat this guy physically. So what does he do? He utilizes his speed. He utilizes his advantages. He gets a step back, uses his flight to get some air on him, and then hits him with the ice breath, locks him in place, sub-zeros him, uppercuts, Mortal Kombat, KO finish. The guy runs away like a little bitch. Now, lots of mysteries around Morgan Edge, though, and I can't wait to see where they go with that. I like this episode. So I think the show's still going. I think the momentum's still there. It got me even more interested in the actual... I've been interested in the kids from the get-go, but like a story that is very mostly focused around them in this, I still liked it. And we're not, even though this kind of steers us, I wouldn't even call this like a filler episode, because it's still tied to one of our two main plots, Morgan Edge. This is all the result of Lois following her leads, trying to figure out what Morgan Edge is up to. No Captain Luthor, but we're still on one of our main plot threads that have been set up and conditioned into the story in the last two episodes. So I like that about it. It's not like some random villain showed up just to cause some problems, completely disconnected from everything. I like that they kept it tied in to the root storylines. So yeah, that's been my thoughts on this episode, and I'd love to know what you guys think. Remember, guys, full unedited reactions are on Patreon, or if you become a member here, covering all the Arrowverse shows, all the DC shows, whether it ends up on DC Universe or HBO Max, whichever. Well, DC Universe doesn't exist anymore, but Marvel and Star Wars shows over on Disney Plus, The Walking Dead, and I might even be picking up a couple other shows here over the next couple months as well, so those will all be over there unedited, so you can see the full reactions. But sound out the comments, let me know your thoughts on this episode, guys, and a huge shout out to the existing patrons, my legend of the channel, Mandy Sherritt, as well as everybody else who has been supporting and engaging in the comments down below. You guys have been great. And we got a Discord open now, so feel free to join in. Yeah. That's it for right now, guys. I will catch you either on the next episode or see you on Flash, which is coming up right after this. Anyway, guys, take care, everybody.